Welcome to Tennessee Real Estate Insider. I'm your host, Allyson Spencer, Realtor and Property Manager at Greater Impact Realty here in East Tennessee. I'm so excited that you joined us today. Today we are going to talk about the seller guide and how and what that seller process looks like. Selling a home can be stressful, it can be overwhelming, and it's so important to make sure that you have the right agent to get the most out of your home that you can get in the quickest time possible. Today we're going to cover pricing your home, navigating the closing, and what that looks like. So let's dive right in. Preparing your home for the sale. What does that look like? The first step is decluttering and depersonalizing. Why is that important? People like to envision the space for themselves. And when you do, it is proven that homes do move quicker on the market. If there are repairs that need to be done, it's important that you go ahead and take a look at those. The buyer will likely be performing a home inspection, and you may or may not have to tend to those repairs prior to selling your home. So I think it's important to list the home in the best condition that you can so that you can get the most for your money. Step 2 is setting the right price. It's important that you work with an agent like myself who is going to take the time to evaluate the market. Pricing your home is one of the biggest successes and pitfalls of selling your home. Agents need to do a comparative market analysis. What does that look like? For me, I like to look at the closed homes. That's what appraisers are using to evaluate the property as well. Taking the closed homes that are similar to yours in the same vicinity, looking at the price per square foot, what upgrades have they done, what upgrades have they not done, and then taking the homes that we're competing with. What are the homes that are active in your neighborhood or active on the market? We want to evaluate how long they've been on the market. Are they moving? Are they not moving? How much price per square foot are they listed at? And then take into account the ones that are under contract or the ones that have been expired or withdrawn. Why didn't those properties sell? Or why didn't they move? So evaluating the current market is so essential for us to go into selling your home so we know how to strategize to win and to get your home sold and to get it sold quickly. There are a couple pricing strategies out there. It really just depends on you, the seller, how much time you have to sell the home, how much you want to get out of the home. So there are different methods. You can list the home under value. This is likely to bring you multiple offers very quickly. We could also start higher. If I have a seller who feels like they're going to leave something on the table, I recommend starting higher because you can reduce that price and then you can go sleep in peace at night knowing you didn't leave money on the table. It really depends on you and what it is that you're looking to do with your home. So having an agent who's going to listen to you and custom the strategy accordingly is so important. Once you've determined a price, the next thing is strategy. I like to let my sellers choose an a la carte method. It's up to each seller. What do you want from me? And let's talk about it because there are so many strategies out there. I have 3 different marketing plans that I let my sellers choose from, and it's custom to what their needs are. That way, when we go into the listing agreement together, there is no questioning the duties. It is all laid out from the get-go. But there are a couple things that are super important. Online marketing, video content, maybe a floor plan, a virtual staging, maybe some twilight photos. It depends on the property and the competition. The second thing would be open houses and showings. It's important that you strategize the timing of those. I have found some very helpful tips to strategizing the timing of when we go live, when we do open houses, so that we can get the most interest on your property and get the most showings in there. As a realtor, it is my job to bring awareness to your property and to get people in to see your property. So that is my goal with the open houses and the showings. Leveraging real estate and marketing tools. Online now, we can create a website and a platform for you so that when people are searching in Google for your neighborhood, your property comes up. It's important that you are listing your home with a specific market in mind. How are the people viewing your home? Are they looking at newspapers? Are they checking their mailbox? Are they looking and scrolling on social media? Are they using Google? How we present your home is going to impact who is viewing your home. So marketing your home is a huge part of selling your home. Once we've gotten an offer, it's all about negotiating. I say that I love negotiating, and a lot of people call me a negotiating queen. It's all about strategy. So there are so many different ways to take an offer and receive it. Some of the worst things I've seen agents do who represent sellers, though, is poorly represent them once they receive an offer. The first step is making sure that you're pre-approved and that your buyer is pre-approved. So when an offer comes in, we want to make sure that they have the purchasing power to buy your home so that you can avoid pitfalls of falling out of contract and tainting your reputation as soon as you've just gone under contract. It's important to have an agent who is aware of the different lenders in town. I know that I am going to contact the lender. I want to make sure the lender is good to work with. There have been times that I've had clients go under contract and their lender say, oh, sorry, we're not going to be able to close for 47 days. We need you to amend the contract. No, thanks. Check, let's go find another lender who's going to close the deal. I recently represented a buyer who was making an offer and the lender said that, and we went to a different lender. They were able to get the clear to close in 13 days and close in 27 days. So it's important when you're selling a home to have a realtor who understands the different lenders in the area, how their processes work, and what they can do to benefit your timeline with those offers so that you're not constantly changing your schedule because your agent didn't do a great job with that. Negotiating tips. There are so many negotiating factors. How long has the house been on the market? How is the price that's coming in on the offer? I love to tell my sellers we're not that desperate. We really aren't that desperate to just drop at $20,000 on day one. It's important that we take into account the amount of showings that are coming in, the other homes that are listed, our competition, your timeline, your preferences. And so being able to negotiate those things with offers that come in is going to help you walk away with a bigger take-home amount. So that's super important. During the inspection, once you've accepted an offer, there is a timeline that automatically goes into effect, right? We have our contingencies, the inspection period, appraisal period, and the financing period. During the home buying inspection as a seller, it's important to consider those contingencies. Is the buyer going to request repairs of you? Is the buyer waiving inspections, or are they waiving the right to repairs? How long of an inspection period are they requesting? How many days of a resolution period are they requesting? All of those things factor into you having the best representation possible. So we definitely take that into account. Another thing would be the appraisal process. We want to price the home at a price per square foot that we can guarantee we are going to have no problem with the appraisal. So that's why it's important to know your market, to run that CMA prior to listing. And then handling the contingencies. Being able to communicate with the other party swiftly and smoothly to ensure that everyone's on board and that things are in your favor. That's the priority when selling a home with me. The last spot is the closing of the sale. And so what happens at the closing? You're going to need to bring your photo ID. You're going to have a lot of papers to sign. There will be some closing expenses because of taxes and attorney fees. But then hopefully you get to walk away with profit from your sale. Common mistakes to avoid, it's super important, right? We want to price right. We want to consider the timing of the listing, not making hasty decisions, having a good impression, and being available to the market. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Just as a recap, selling your home can be stressful, but it won't be stressful when you work with me. We'll make sure that you get top dollar for your home and that it sells right when you need it to. Thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast, and we hope to see you next time.